We are back with another Boxycharm try on. This time around, we're trying the PR box I received for the month of September because Ipsy sends me a subscription box so that I can try, reveal, review, and all that good stuff for you guys. We are testing something new because Little Miss Sunshine, that's kind of loud, my love. Put it down a little bit.
Sorry, guys.
So Little Miss Sunshine wants to be in the room with mommy. If you've been with me for a minute, you know I have a 4-year-old. While I was pregnant, obviously she was in the womb as I recorded, so she was always here with me. And then after I gave birth, she was either in the bassinet in the same room, or playing in the room, or in a high chair in the room, or on, you know, like on me as I was filming. She feels like this is her house, this is her room, this is her thing. So she wanted to be in here with me. Hopefully she doesn't make a lot of noise. We shall see how that goes. I have an update on this. I love that you guys love how honest I am, whether something is gifted, purchased, or whatever. My hair, I washed it and gave it like a quick rough blow dry yesterday. I sprayed this. Doesn't, like, you don't really smell it. However, I really like that it does have like argan oil. And where's the back? Because I'm gonna sit here and start talking, acting like I know exactly what I'm talking about. So this has biotin, keratin, and silk protein infused, so it's not argan oil. Biotin and keratin. I already told you guys it's fairly lightweight in terms of fragrance, pero it is oily. Over applying is not gonna be great. Trust me, I have really, this is all the hair I have, okay? I have really thin hair, and over applying just makes it look even thinner, and you can see that you have less hair. However, it does hydrate. Has a little bit of an oily feeling, so if your ends are like dry, it kind of like rehydrates them. So I wouldn't focus on it myself as a hair perfume, and would actually focus it on the ends of my hair for hydration. It does, and it gives it a nice little shine and stuff like that. So I did want to update you on that after trying it for a few days. Now we're gonna begin at the beginning. If you haven't seen the full unboxing, I will link that below. I will link the try on of my paid box and link the boxing of the paid box. I'm going to begin with this product over here. It is the Ultra Repair First Aid Beauty is the brand. I have normal combo skin. That is as much as I'm going to use because you don't really need too much. This feels so good and really hydrates the skin. So we're going to massage it onto the skin, get those edges, and then I'm gonna give my skin a second so that it'll set. Moving forward, I'm gonna apply this pore diffusing primer. It is by Shades by Sean. I have normal combo skin, and I feel like I don't have too much texture or anything like that. I only need the one pump. If you're new to makeup, you're new to primer, I see the comments a lot. It's like, where do you start? Always some skin prep, then you can apply your primer. It would be best to apply your primer in your problem area. So I have enlarged pores here. You would focus it in those areas, center of the face, and then spread the rest out. The primer is on. I let it sit for a second. I'm gonna move forward and apply a skin tint. I've been obsessed with this one. It is a ColourPop one. It is the Pretty Fresh Medium 14W if you guys are interested. If you're new here, I hope you enjoy the content, the channel, the personality, the vibe, because we love coming here and having a ton of fun. Please consider hitting that subscribe button and joining our family here on the YouTube. If you're not new here, you already know the drill. Make sure you go ahead, you hit that like button, you comment as we go along, and the newest thing here that everyone's asking for is to hype the video. I don't know how this necessarily works, but my understanding is that you are allowed to hype 3 times a week for free, and then afterwards pay. I am never gonna sit here and ask you to pay for a hype. Don't do it. It's not necessary. But if you have a free hype that you want to share with your bestie over here, I'd really appreciate it, girl. I'll take it. You know what I mean? So if you're able to hype this video, thank you in advance. And for those of you who don't see the hype underneath, I know that it's different on a phone versus on a desktop. I don't know exactly where that is. And B, if you don't see the hype, then that means, because they're still rolling it out, that means that more than likely you have to wait for an update. So I don't know if your app needs to update and then you'll get it, or it's just your region. We're waiting for that to update in your region. Forget about the baby hairs. I always have some damn baby hairs. That skin looks glowy. Obviously it's the tint, but it's smooth and it's pretty. And the primer, look at this side. I have nothing on this side. So technically, if you have texture and you have pores that look enlarged and you kind of want to tone it down, you want your skin to look a little more filtered and or smooth, you can technically just apply a pore diffusing primer on the skin and call it a day. You don't necessarily have to apply makeup on top. If you get this or you have something similar to it and you haven't tried, applying it on its own for like a regular day, you totally should. Just saying. So far, we do have some cooperation, which is great. Not too much noise is going on. I'm gonna prep my lids with my Level Up primer. I created this with Ofra Cosmetics. If you wanted to get it, you can get it at 20% off. They recently had a sale. You could have gotten it for like 50% off, but they do have my primer and you can use a promo code to save some cash on anything on their site. We're gonna move forward and use the palette, which the eye look that I created was so pretty, but this time around we're gonna go a little different. So I'm gonna skip on this shade. I think we should go smoky. So I'm gonna grab my brush and I'm gonna go deep, immediately deep. I know that you guys might think this is like bold and think what the heck is she doing. If you're new to makeup, make sure you do your eyes before your base, just in case, especially when you're gonna do a smoky eye. And I'm gonna tap that all over the lid. I'm going to use that to set that primer. So with the same brush, and I did apply eyeshadow on either side with the brush, I'm just gonna tap back and forth. Literally what I said in the last try on. The pigment is there. When I'm done, calmate. Let me do the other eye. I'm gonna use a fluffy brush to blend that edge. I do not want to go in with any other color. I feel like this color, look, once you blend that out, you see the warmth within the shade itself. So I feel like the more you blend, the warmer it's going to get. This brown has a red undertone, which is pure perfection. So it's deep enough to build on the eye, but red enough to where you can skip on a transition shade. So we're gonna kind of do one of those. This alone, I would take the same shade, apply it at the bottom, black eyeliner, build up the mascara, maybe even do some false like accent lashes, and that would be a look, girl. But I told you guys we were going to smoke it out. So whatever's left on the brush, I'm gonna do the same thing. I was kind of saying that this time around, we're also going to go in with the shimmer on the eye. Look how pigmented that is. I didn't even go back into the pan. With a fluffy brush, I'm gonna blend that edge. I want it to kind of be gradient. I've been loving this. I didn't get this in the box. It is a Le Shadow Stick by L'Oreal. It's an eyeshadow stick. You can use it as a base, but this is budge proof and so long wear. Look how easy that was. And so freaking dark. I think I'm gonna use this shade here. On the last look, we used this one, so let's go a little lighter. This is called Selva, and it has hints of pink to it. Sembaña. Okay, it's called Selva, and it has hints of pink in it. I'm gonna tap that on the center. See, it just kind of blend a little bit, but I don't want it to go everywhere. I was packing my brush and then realized I was not recording. So I am gonna go into this deep shade again, now that we have our little shimmer. And I'm gonna pack the brown out here, and I'm not gonna blend it. I just want some depth right there. See, it gets a little darker. Just gonna tap right here and then right here. Remember, we did blend a lot of what was there. So I just wanna bring the depth back in. And then I'm just like pulling out and doing one of these, just to add a little bit of drama to the eye. Do you absolutely need to apply falsies? No, I'm a falsie girl, so I love my falsies. But it all comes down to personal preference and whether or not you have a mascara that you can build up that will give you that drama and that glam. I'm gonna go in with the YSL because why not? We are going to really build up the mascara. I'm gonna do my usual 2.5 coats. I wanted to show you options. So if you wanted to go like mascara only, this is what the eye would look like, and I think it's very pretty for sure, especially if you have a lighter eyes, hazel, gray, green, or blue eyes. This look, girl, just build up that mascara. That's your glam. If you have brown eyes or if you're into like lashes, you can apply some falsies and just kind of glamify it a little more. Now that both eyes are done, we're gonna move on to the blush, which was very intriguing, and it did kind of stain. Yes, baby, what's up?
I want my snack.
You want a snack?
I want your brown snack bars.
Go get one of your blueberry ones. You can have that.
How about my chocolate muffins? I love chocolate muffins.
No, she was quiet as long as she could. I'm gonna use this brush. It's for concealer. Look how beautiful in the inner corner. Perro. This formula is kind of special, and I wanted to show you how it picks up on a brush. And my other brush, blush, blah, 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 blush brush is dirty. I gotta clean it. So we're just gonna kind of use this one. It looks like a cream. It feels like a cream, but it applies like a freaking powder and sets like a powder. It's like a putty in a stick, and there's no drying time. It's instant, and look how pretty. You can definitely build it up. That is what the blush looks like. It's not a flat matte. It adds a little bit of radiance. It's very pretty, and like I said, look, no tack, 100% freaking dry. I like this. I like it a lot. I'm glad I ended up getting this and that I get to try this. If you received any of these products that I'm sharing today, let me know in the comments. Do you love it? Did you try them? Did you put them to the side because you don't have time, which I get? Or were you waiting for someone to show you how it applies before you opened it because maybe you were considering giving it to somebody else? And I know this looks kind of like harsh and kind of scary, but it's so forgiving. This is really pretty, like really, really pretty. Okay, Ipsy nailed September so far from what I'm seeing. I'm gonna move forward and apply the lip oil, which I really liked. And you guys, I know those of you who tried it love it. I'm obsessed. I think I like this shade better than the other one. I went to remove my makeup last night and I still had the stain on my lips. It's not something like this one over here, which I reviewed in my lip stain video. I'll link that video below. That way you guys can see swatches and stuff like that. And it's definitely not like the hard candy, which I need to run and try more hard candy product because I fell in love with these. And I feel like I need to give them more credit because they're really, really good. But it's very similar to the coffee, except I already told you guys how I feel about the coffee, and it doesn't last. The stain, I have 2 different shades and it doesn't like really show or last. This one did. The pink one's definitely going in my purse. Because look at that, I was even able to skip on applying a lip liner. Pero nena, look, that is the completed makeup look. That primer did a really good job on my skin. It looks pretty smooth. I still look radiant. That has nothing to do with the primer and everything to do with the skin tint. But I'm just saying, you know, like my skin looks really good. The blush is stunning. This was so hydrating. You've seen I've been using it. It's so good. And the lippy we just talked about, I think Ipsy hit it out of the park with this variation. And I still really do like my other variation, which is the one I paid for. Now, in case you're wondering which variation wins, whether it was my paid box or the PR box, let's flip it. Instead of me deciding which variation was better, which one do you think was better? My paid box, in which I made my choices, or the PR. Now, you know, we can't go anywhere without saying hello and thank you to our channel members, the Cheese Squad, an amazing group of people who have joined channel memberships and are supporting the channel at a higher level. If you're ever interested in joining, all you have to do is hit the join button below and you're good to go. If you've made it this far in the video, that means you watched the entire video, and I absolutely love you for that. Thank you so much for watching, interacting, and supporting. It really means the world to me. And if you did enjoy this video, not only do I have a few videos linked in the description box I feel like you're going to enjoy, but YouTube is going to recommend 2 videos here on screen they believe you are going to love. So make sure you click and check those out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys over there.